Morning guys, hope you're doing all well. This is just a short video. Initially it was just going to be just a running session. However, I had some parcels through the post this morning. So I'm just going to quickly show you these and then we'll get on to doing a short running session. Okay, so one of the first things I received this morning was a PM1 seat point motor switch. I don't know who sent it. It was obviously sent as a gift from my Amazon wish list that I had the link on some of my previous videos. So a big thank you to whoever decided to purchase this for me. It'll definitely be put into immediate use over on that point there, just so we can make that live. So thank you again, and obviously then I can get that particular switch wired up, and we're almost complete then on having all the point motors for this area. So thank you again to whoever donated. It is very much appreciated. Obviously, as you may have seen in the previous video, I recently purchased this railroad edition of the GWR HST. And obviously with its dummy car there. I'm not going to go through all the bits and bobs because I did a bit of a review on it before. And obviously it had the railroad style coach. What I've done there, I've done just to try and paint the springs a little bit of a yellow, just to try and get it to match up to the future ones that I was going to get over time. This is going to be weathered hopefully maybe tomorrow, but if not, certainly within the next couple of weeks. So the second one then, apologies I didn't keep the wrapping because I opened this up earlier on. But in the post, I received this. So again, a Mark III variant, completely devoid of any marks or scratches. Really impressed with this one. It is immaculate. It's really good condition. So I'm really pleased that whoever sent this, because this again was a donation. I'm not quite sure how this got here, to be fair, because I don't tend to put my address up on the channel. So I can only surmise that it was bought through the Amazon link, through a third party seller, possibly. I've no idea. But again, a big thank you for whoever decided to donate and send this to me. It certainly will add to the collection that I've got. I think, as I said the previous video, that I'm hoping to make this into the castle set. So we're going to be needing I think minimum of 4 carriages. Sometimes they run with 5, depending on what they've got at the time. So this is an absolutely fantastic addition. I'm just going to gauge the wheels just to make sure they're all correct, and then we'll get that onto the main loco, and we'll do a bit of a running session on it. So yeah, it's been quite a nice Saturday morning to wake up with the postman bringing me 2 items. I just can't thank you enough, to be fair. So for those that are watching, if it was you, a big thank you. It means a lot that you're supporting the channel, and obviously you're allowing me to attain my goal of getting my castle set up and running. Okay then, so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause this. I'm going to gauge the wheels on this, and then we'll get it onto the main loco system, and then we'll see it running around the layout. Thanks very much again. Hope you've liked and subscribe to the channel, and any help, comments, tips, anything like that is very much appreciated. Okay, without further ado, let's crack on. So as you can see, it seems to be doing okay, and certainly makes up the scenery. It was a nice cool day up here today, so I don't think I'm going to have too many issues with the track expanding. But it's always handy to be able to run on all four tracks, just so I can keep track basically of any issues or warping and stuff like that. But at least now I can show that the station becomes quite busy. So one of the main projects that I have been thinking about for a while, I just haven't got around to actually putting it into action, was to possibly put a second level up along the back where these boxes are. So I'm still in the throes of deciding what to do with that. Obviously, if I'd like to do is have that as a second level, but at the same time have it all tied into the 4 lots of track that I have here. So my thoughts are, at some point I'll probably take a turning off just underneath where that plyboard is, bring it round the back slightly, and then do an incline that will hopefully come to that area there, and probably vice versa with another turn out just underneath there, and then bring another incline so we got to that side, do a bit of a second loop, and then bring in 2 tracks then that will continue to go around at second level all the way around this layout. It's going to be quite a bit of work to do. Also, one of the main things I need to do is reroute this, maybe stick it underneath behind where that gap is there, and I can route that then around the back end. Yeah, so hopefully with this pipe put to the back end, I can use this bit of waste area here as a second level. It'll probably only be 2 tracks all the way along, all the way around. So looks like the gremlins have actually struck then. I should have tapped some wood first. That's the second time now that that's derailed. So I may need to look at that track. It's obviously starting from around here somewhere. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at that. But anyway, that's my thoughts. I think my main worry is obviously the incline is going to go from there to here. It's whether I can actually get it lifted high enough that the trains will be actually able to go up it. So it'll be something I need to see. It might be one of those situations where I might have to expand the board just behind this rafter. Maybe do a little bit of a wider arc through there, around, and then back into here. Who knows? I'll have to wait and see. I need to get some planks of wood, build a little frame, and see what the actual inclination is from that corner to the opposite. I'm led to believe, I think, 2% rise over so many feet. So I'll have to do some calculations on that and just see what we got, really. Obviously the castle set is doing really well. I think it's definitely important that whenever you buy your coaches or your locos sort of thing, even though if they're like brand new, never been used, it's always a good idea just to check your gauge on the wheels, because they're not always set the same and it can lead to derailments and stuff like that. This is the tool. Let me just put it down there so you get a better. There we go. So it's a low gauge tooling for spacing your wheels, etc. You can pretty much pick these up from eBay. I think, don't hold me to it, it's either Pico or Gauge Master that may produce these. I'm not quite sure, but definitely a very useful tool to have. So the idea is we want to make sure the gap between the two sets of wheels are pretty much the same. In order to do this, we take our tool and then basically fit it in there, and the slots in there allow you to actually go straight onto where the actual shaft is on those wheels. And you just fit it in. If it's too tight, obviously you may have to wiggle it out, but at the same time, if it's too wide, and this is a real sloppy fit and you can move it up and down, it means that these wheels are too wide and it will start suffering consequences of derailments, crossing over electrofrog points, could actually short circuit that system. So it's always handy to use this and check them out. It's one of the main things I do whether I get them brand new or from eBay, and that's simply from lessons learnt, to be fair. You know, I was starting out and didn't really know much about this. I expected these to be spot on when they come from manufacturer, so it's a learning curve. Hopefully now, if some of you are starting out on your systems, I would definitely invest in one of these. It saves a lot of heartache and a lot of issues. Anyway, I'm going to leave you now. I'm just going to put this camera to the side, capture a few more of the locos going through. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's a bit short, but there will hopefully be a live tomorrow afternoon, Sunday. Hopefully, if I can get the compressor up and running and my paints are okay, I'll start doing a bit of weathering